Hey guys, what's up? V8 Mark here, and I've been asked quite a bit to run my still from the other video that where I showed it to you guys. I'll put the link up right here, and you guys can go to that if you want to see the specifics about it and how it was made and all that stuff. But in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to run it because a lot of people are asking to see it in action. So that's what we're going to do today. I got a few cups of water in here. I was going to go with soft water, but I think I'm going to use this is hard water, so I think I want to try to show you guys the sediment that stays behind. It should be just like a white hard water stain in the bottom of the pan, which I really don't like to do that unless I have to, because I don't want to gunk up my my worm here, my coil. So that's why I don't like to use hard water in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and let's put the lid on here. Alright, there we go. And turn it on. There we go. Go ahead and put it on like medium or so for now. Turn on the thermometer. Oh, is it reading 85 degrees? Okay. And now, well, let's turn it on a little bit lower. And now for basically the assembly part is just, this is an old fire extinguisher. You just basically just thread it on. It's kind of hard to do with this one hand. There we go. Just, okay. That should be it right there. And this is also filled with water. The fire extinguisher is filled with water as well. And there's just some ice water in here to help transfer the heat. So the coil is going to transfer its heat to the steel, which is going to transfer to the water, and then the steel is going to get also hot, so then the bottom reservoirs to cool it down. Normally I have a bucket, but I haven't used it in a long time, and I kind of neglected to fix it. So the bucket hole where the spout comes out of the spigot, that got elongated and it started leaking, so I couldn't really do it with the bucket today. And so I made this three-piece design. One is the pot, two is the coil, and the third would be the bucket and the spout itself. For the reason of disassembly, so you can disassemble it, move it around, pack it, you know, keep it in different places and whatnot. So temperature has already risen about, what's that, 8 degrees or so? Now you can kind of hear it, and it's only been a few minutes. It's making little popping sounds. And I put a rag up here. Yeah, the rag's warm. You might be able to see some steam coming off. I mean, I can see it with the naked eye. So let's wait till water starts coming out, then I'll hit 210 degrees and the water's starting to dribble out. So it's going to remain like that for, I don't know how long, I'll let you know. It took about maybe 5 to 7 minutes for it to start boiling since we had started, so it didn't take too long. The only thing is, I'm afraid that the temperature is going to keep climbing even though I have it really low. Let's see if I can adjust it lower. I'm inside my patio, so there's no wind, so that's going to help a lot to control the heat. That's a really important thing right there. Wherever you are doing your operation for creating your water, you need to be in an area where it's relatively controlled, so you can monitor the temp and keep the temp steady. because that's very important. Also, you don't want a lot of hot air heating this up too fast, and you don't want too much cold air cooling it down, otherwise you're wasting a lot of energy. Now, this whole process is actually a really waste of fire because you're putting in a lot of heat into a system to make water, and the only way I can see of recycling that energy is, you know, if I had this in a bucket, I could use the warm water for bathing, to do dishes, to do something else. So you'd use the warm water, store it in an insulated container that you'd have to create. So, you know, you could do something like that. Other than that, it's a little bit of a waste of energy, but it's kind of cool because you can do all kinds of things. Like I said before, you can do alcohol. If you have a I think that's like a fuel license or something like that to create ethanol, 100% ethanol, and you have to apply for a license. Alcohol, you have to have a manufacturing license or something like that. You know, you can't do it like how they used to. It's still illegal in the U.S. at least. So that's pretty stupid, but you know, that's just what it is. You got to pay taxes on everything. They want to get their greasy little hands on all your money. So. I'll show you guys this when it's completely full. And right now, temp has dropped a little bit because I was messing with this. So, I'll show you that. Alright, so it's been, I'd say about an hour. And I don't think it's done boiling, but we filled up the cup here. And if you saw the temperature at the beginning, you saw that it was 214, right? So it's 214, a little too hot, and that's why there's air bubbles coming out. That's actually not air bubbles, those are bubbles of steam. And that's because it's not really cooling as much as it should be. Normally I wrap a bunch of towels around it. I only did one for this time. And the water is warm. It's supposed to be room temp or colder, but it is warm right now. But I've filled up the whole glass. Alright, so I'm going to sample this. It is warm. Yeah, doesn't taste too bad. It would taste better if it was colder. And as you can tell, it's actually pretty clear inside. You really don't see anything in it. No floaties at all. Basically there. Let's set this over here. And actually, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a texture on the bottom. And that could be from a little bit of the hard water in there. But the water in there is not even clear anymore. It's actually some kind of shade of something. So a lot of the bad stuff stayed in the pot, and good clear water came out of that. Alright, so here I'm showing you the water, hard water stains, the sediment that was left behind. So it's all around the edges, and that's because it got carried up with the steam slightly. And so that's what remains actually in the bottom, and you can see it there too. So you will see a lot of the sediment remain behind, but some of it will go up depending on if you have a rolling boil. So that's something you need to pay attention to as well. So there you have it. That's still running. It's a lot of wasted energy in my opinion, but it could mean the difference between life and death if you need water and you're in a shit hit the fan situation or whatnot. Now the next step would be to put a carbon filter in line with this. Well, not in line, but filter your water with a carbon filter so you can get out the chemicals that boiled below 200 degrees, which there's a lot of them. That's if you want to get close to pure H2O water, but most people don't even drink pure H2O water. You have bleach in it, you have other kinds of chemicals that you don't taste, but it's there and you just don't know it. So it's pretty reasonable for the setup, but again, there's a lot of energy to be put into it, and you don't get back equal amount or even more out of the energy you put into it. So it does make a tasty good glass of water though. Yep. Alright guys, that's all I had to show you guys about my little pot still running. And I have to clean it. That's one thing you have to do. You have to keep up with cleaning it, otherwise it will get hard water stains inside of it or buildup of minerals in the pipe. So you have to rinse it out, and I blow mine with compressed air to dry it out before I store it. So that's all I had to show you guys today. V8 Merc signing out.